is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player one.
Yeah!
Player two. Player three. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. States of the Union. Truman Capote. Arachnids. I sentence you. Presidential campaigns. And Star Trek jargon. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, player one. Make a selection. Here's Sarah.
This state's flag, featuring the Big Dipper, was designed by a 13-year-old Aleut boy.
Yes, player one? Good for you! Please pick again. With a population of about 120,000, Columbia is this state's most populous city. It's player one. Correct. You get to pick again. Mississippi and it have the shortest coasts on the Gulf of Mexico, only about 50 miles apiece. Let's hear it, player one. That's correct. Player one. This state has the highest average altitude of any state east of the Mississippi. Must be pretty mountainous. Yes, player one? That's right. Way to go. Select again. Tears were shed when the Teddy Bear Museum in Naples in this state closed its doors forever in 2005. Let's hear it, player one. Good for you. Player one, you pick again. Capote was born Truman Streckfus Persons, September 30th, 1924, in this southern U.S. city. Player two. Right. All right, let's get... She's the lead character in Capote's Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's player one. That is correct. Player one, he won an Oscar for playing Truman in Capote. Okay, player one. You got it. Player one. Capote invites the world's greatest detectives to his house for a contest in this 1976 film spoof. Player two. Good. Player two. Capote gained fame with this otherworldly 1948 novel about a teenager in a crumbling southern mansion. Let's hear it, player one. That's right. Way to go. Player one, make a selection, please. This large, hairy type of spider takes its name from an Italian town. Okay, player three. Correct. Okay, let's get back in. Texas cattle fever is one of many diseases transmitted by the bite of this type of blood-sucking arachnid. It's player one. Yes. Player one. At least two types of poison are known to be injected by its tail stinger, hemotoxin and neurotoxin. It's player one. You are correct. Player 1, choose again. Also known as the Harvest Man, this spindly arachnid differs from spiders in that it has only a single body segment. Let's hear it, Player 3. Player 3, arachnids are a major class of this phylum that includes insects and crustaceans. Player 2. That's it. All right, let's get back into this. Player 2. It's used in abbreviations and initials as well as to end sentences. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's correct. Player 1. Burton Braley contradicted himself and wrote, "This is a word you mustn't end a sentence with." It's Player 2. Good for you! Player 2. Of I did it, did you do it, or do it, it's the imperative sentence. Okay, Player 2. You got it. Please pick again. This type of sentence has multiple independent clauses and no dependent clauses. Okay, Player 1. Yep. Player 1. The name of this punctuation mark comes from a Greek word meaning piece cut off. Let's hear it, Player 3. That is correct. Player 3. You're in command. A campaign slogan in 1964 said, "All the way with these 3 letters." Yes, Player 2. Correct. Player 2. I pledge myself to a new deal for the American people, he said in accepting his 1932 nomination. Player 3. Good for you. Player 3. The 1976 ticket of Jimmy Carter and this running mate was dubbed Fritz and Grits. Okay, Player 3. That's correct. Select again. Answer, the Daily Double. Player 3, you're in last place, so let's see if you can please enter your wager. Answer, in 1916, he campaigned under the slogan, "He kept us out of war." Congratulations, you've moved up to second place. Select again. The Whigs used a log cabin as a symbol in his 1840 campaign. Let's hear it, Player 2. Good for you! A lot of clues, a lot of category. The Type 2 of this weapon had a max power setting of 16 and could be set to heat, disrupt, or stun. It's Player 3. That's it. Where do we begin? This device briefly converts a person to energy, beams the energy, then reassembles the person. Okay, Player 2. That's correct. Player 2, you start us off. When Spock checks chronometric data, he's looking at measurements of the space-this continuum. Let's hear it, Player 2. You got it. Player 2. Created by Starfleet, it prohibits interference with other civilizations. It's Player 2. Hey, you're right. And now the $1,000 clue. This crystal regulates matter-antimatter reactions that provide energy for travel faster than light. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. Player 2 is in third place, which means, of course, Player 2 will select first in Double Jeopardy. Let's see what happens in Double Jeopardy with these categories awaiting the players. Crescent City Rolls. It's not ancient history. Literary Great Escapes. Ethiopian Cuisine. Anatomy and Medicine. And Arabic. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. In The Buccaneer, Yul Brynner played this pirate who aided Andrew Jackson in the Battle of New Orleans. Player 1. You got it. Player 1. In a 1953 comedy, Abbott and Costello try to go to this planet, but end up at Mardi Gras instead. Yes, Player 1? That's correct. You again, Player 1. Critic Michael Kleinschrott said of this star in The Big Easy, the very worst example of a New Orleans accent. It's Player 1. Yes. Player 1. Pick again. Answer. The first of the daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. What are you going to wager? Here is your daily double clue. In this movie, Bette Davis plays a Southern belle who loses Henry Fonda when she wears a red dress to a ball. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player 1, back to you. New Orleans set, The Cincinnati Kid, with him in the title role, is one of the great poker movies of all time. It's Player 2. That's correct. Where do we begin, Player 2? On January 12, 2010, a magnitude 7 earthquake struck the capital of this island nation. Let's hear it, Player 3. Yes. All right, in February 2010, the Winter Olympics began in this host country. Player 2. Right. Player 2. Dozens of journalists were killed in a November 2009 massacre in this country's Maguindanao province. Let's hear it, Player 2. That's correct. Player 2. Protests accompanied the December 2009 UN Climate Change Conference in this European capital. Okay, Player 3. Yes. Where do we begin? In August of 2009, this nation pardoned 2 American journalists who had been arrested for illegal entry. Player 1. That's correct. All right, let's get back into this. In this 1852 work, Eliza makes a harrowing escape across a frozen river from a slave trader named Halley. Okay, Player 2. Right you are. Player 2. By clinging to the belly of a ram, this mythological figure escaped from the cave of the Cyclops. Let's hear it, Player 1. Right you are. Okay, let's get back. Henri Charrière recounted his numerous escape attempts from French prisons in South America in this work. Okay, Player 1. Right you are. Player 1. In The Deerslayer, this character escapes from the Hurons when Chingachgook helps to free him. Okay, Player 2. Good for you. Player 2. Pangloss keeps his incorrigible optimism intact when he escapes an incompetent hangman's noose in this satire. Yes, Player 3. Right. Player 3, you start us off. Similar to steak tartare, kitfo is a cold ground beef dish that is served this way. Okay, Player 1. Right. Player 1, you start. Tej is a type of this made with honey. Ethiopians think it was once shared by Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Let's hear it, Player 2. Right. Player 2. For Ethiopian meals, coffee is usually served in these small cups, from the French for half cup. It's Player 2. That's it. Player 2, back to you for our next selection. Teff, similar to millet, is a type of this that comes from a plant grown in Ethiopia. Okay, Player 1. Good for you. Where do we begin, Player 1? Answer. The other daily double. You are currently in the lead. Decide on your wager, Player 1. The clue. Similar to the Indian ghee, niter kibe is a clarified spice-infused type of this and is used in many dishes. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Please pick again, Player 1. It's a network of nerves like the solar one. Player 2. That's correct. Player 2. Nephrology is a medical specialty concerned with these organs. Let's hear it, Player 3. Good. Player 3. It's also called the auditory tube, and when it's blocked, an earache can result. Player 3. Right. Player 3. From the Greek for bad mold, it's an abnormal growth of tissue or bone. Dogs get it in their hips. It's Player 2. That's correct. Player 2. These 5 bones make up the palm of the hand. Player 3. That is correct. All right, let's get back into this. A shamal is a wind that whips up this blinding phenomenon. Okay, Player 3. Good for you. Player 3. The number 3 is talata. and this day of the week is El Talat. Let's hear it, player 2. Good. Player 2, the name of this headdress for men may be related to the word coif. Yes, player 2. Correct. You again, player 2. Change one letter in Wade to get this, a gully that's dry except during periods of rain. It's player 3. Yep. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? In Arabic, follow a hope about the future, like the train arriving shortly, with this, meaning God willing. Yes, player 2. That is correct. Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. Time to get ready for Final Jeopardy. And today the category is this: authors. You need to select your wager. Our Final Jeopardy clue today is: chapters in a 1914 novel by this author include Jungle Battles, His Own Kind, and The Call of the Primitive. And your response? And this correct response will add how much to your score? What did you say? And that correct response will add. And your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? Congratulations, player 1. You're the winner. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.